You've been watching the Artemis II astronauts speak following the successful completion of their mission. The crew splashed down last night around 8 o'clock Eastern Time off the coast of San Diego. They were then flown to a waiting aircraft carrier before returning to Houston to be reunited with their families. And what a welcome home that was. You could see the joy and the love radiating out of those four astronauts as they were on stage there, thanking each other, thanking their families, thanking all the staff at NASA, and speaking of just the incredible experience that they have returned home from. Joining us now, retired Lieutenant Colonel David Mahan. He's the former commander of the U.S. Air Force's 1st Air Force Detachment 3. That's the group that coordinates these rescue operations with NASA. And Colonel, thank you for joining us. Now, what was your reaction to the visible emotion we saw from that crew today?
That was absolutely amazing. There was so much joy and happiness, of not just with the families, but with everybody that's there. And one of the things that you probably saw through that entire press conference is it's a family. It's not just a job or anything like that. They're family, and they're a crew. And just the words that they had to say was very, very emotional, and it was really awesome to see.
Yeah, I'm sure they had to be bonded before they left, but coming back, as they said, they're bonded for life. And now, Colonel, you were involved in the recovery of Artemis I back in 2022. So how did that operation compare to what we saw last night?
Artemis One was amazing because it was the first test flight sending a vehicle back around the moon. It was a great opportunity to figure out different things that we maybe needed to improve on, to test the things that we've been training on for years. It was a really good opportunity. But Artemis II was even more important, just obviously because there was crew. And I know every picture and video that I've seen, just a lot of happy people, a lot of teams working together, and I know everybody was happy to be a part of it and support.
Yeah, that human element there. Now, in terms of the manpower involved, including the number of agencies involved in the splashdown recovery, just put into perspective for us, how big of an operation was this?
It was huge. I think one of the commentators had mentioned thousands, tens of thousands of people behind the scenes. Just from the military side of the house, you had the Air Force, the Space Force, various aspects of Space Command. So you're talking thousands and thousands of people working behind the scenes to make this happen. And then you expand that to the NASA team, the contract team, the international partners with Canada. So it's just a lot of people. Probably the definition of this entire mission should just be, it was perfect example of teamwork and camaraderie and just making this mission happen where everybody moves together towards one goal.
And, most of us were watching, the splashdown, the landing last night with, from layman's eyes and just kind of in awe of everything that we were seeing. From your perspective, though, when you were watching that splashdown, the recovery, what were you looking for? And was there anything that came to a surprise for you?
No, so what was amazing through the entire thing was the precision. Everything was happening on time. All the procedures that the teams have been training on for years were executed perfectly. Honestly, I didn't even see anything that went wrong. And if there was, the teams adjusted like they've been trained to do, because safety was the most important thing. And it was absolutely precise and impressive to watch.
Just incredible. Retired Lieutenant Colonel David Mahan, thank you so much